Hi, and welcome to Best in Tesla. Herbert from Brighter with Herbert has done some very good interviews lately on Tesla's valuation and the potential for Tesla's future valuation. And because so few people really get this and only see Tesla as a car company because that is where their revenue is. Yes, is. We are trying to predict the future, so looking at what might be, not what already is. So I thought I would make a little series inspired by Herbert's latest interviews and go through some of all of these many startup companies that are within Tesla and talk about how they all pretty much on their own will become billion-dollar business opportunities. So let's start with just a little part of the AI story, Tesla's AI Inference, so collecting data and understanding data, and full self-driving, of course. So basically only a couple of the startup companies within Tesla in this video, and we will go through some of all the others in different videos in this little series about Tesla's valuation. So let's check it all out and let's dive right in. So this is something that most Wall Street analysts just don't get. Not even the Tesla polls, because they still only look at Tesla as a car company. Even people like Gary Black, that I have huge respect for, but he still thinks, even looking into the future, it is only about car deliveries and auto cross margins. Because Tesla has to prove that all of these other things will become something in the future. Well, in my opinion, that is not really how you look at a startup company, right? Because they usually don't have any deliveries or cross margin, they're probably losing money. But you look at the technology and try to understand if this will ever be a thing, and if you believe this is the thing and they will do it, you buy and you hold. So that is what I personally think you have to do to understand Tesla. Look at Tesla's at least 11 startup companies within the company. Someone like Gordon Johnson's favorite thing to say is that Tesla is just a car company because almost 90% of their revenue and profits comes from their automotive side of the business. True, that is Tesla today. But we're not trying to predict where Tesla will be today. We know that. We're trying to predict where Tesla will be in 5 to 10 years. And then we have to grow a pair and do some guessing and try to understand Tesla's 11 startup companies and try to guess whether all of these startup companies will become successful startup companies. And what kind of addressable market does these companies have, and what kind of market share might Tesla get, and so on. And this is what I believe so many analysts are getting wrong. They only look at deliveries and auto cross margins in the automotive business because that is 90% of Tesla's business, and therefore Tesla's valuation is out of this world. But I think when we look at the opportunities Tesla has, I do think Tesla's valuation is not out of this world, but its valuation will be something the world has never seen before. Because even if Tesla gets to its target of 20 million cars produced per year, well, then Tesla's valuation of more than $1,000 could easily be justified. But if we look out in the future, this will actually be a very small percentage of Tesla's valuation, even if they get to the 20 million cars produced per year. In my opinion, of course. So many investors are looking for a call option for the future, right? And Tesla is a call option. But Tesla is not just one call option. Tesla is at least 11 call option in one company. And that is what makes Tesla so unique. And that is why few stock analysts understand Tesla as well as the retail investors like myself, who have spent a decade just studying this one company, and why my investment in Tesla is up 400%, even though I continue to buy Tesla stock every single year, but started back in 2018. So because this is such an unusual company, normal automotive analysts don't know how to value it, and why big shots like Jim Chanos has been losing billions of dollars shorting Tesla. Meanwhile, this little YouTuber is up 400% on the same company. So when Wall Street doesn't really get a company like Tesla, that makes for a great opportunity for us retail investors. So let's dive into just a couple of these opportunities in this videos, mostly talking about fleet AI inference, so collecting data, understanding data, and of course full self-driving. So we always talk about how Tesla has all the data, but it is like this is not really sinking in for many people and analysts, because this data from its fleet gives Tesla such a huge advantage over anyone else in the industry. So Tesla has over 5 million cars in its fleet. For a normal car company, that would mean money in the bank for service and repairs, and of course car loans. So they also want a big fleet of cars, but not for collecting data, as they don't even make their own software and don't really know how to make a really good over-the-air update for their cars yet, because they have to collaborate with over 100 different software companies to do so. But for Tesla, it is of course also nice with the revenue the many cars represent, but the real gold for Tesla is the data. Data that no one of the other legacy automakers even have. But Tesla is constantly making decisions from this data they get from the fleet. So sure, maybe a couple of people got mad because Tesla removed the lumbar support for their passenger seat in their cars, but Tesla has the data to show them that basically no one was using the lumbar system on the passenger side of the car, so why waste money and time on putting them in? This is just one example how Tesla is using data to make the production more efficient and is more cost effective to build the cars. But Tesla has also shown us they are using their fleet data from crashes to make their cars much safer, as most other car companies only do the crash test that is needed from them by regulators. But Tesla goes up and beyond with their safety and use their own data to show how crashes in the real world actually happen and design their cars a safety around all that data they have. And that is one of the reasons why Tesla has the safest cars that Europe NCAP has ever tested. Thanks to the data that Tesla has themselves, they can make their cars much safer, so safe that they actually broke the scoring system from Europe NCAP, as the Model S got 5.4 stars out of 5. But we have already seen Tesla talk about how they can use all of this data from their vehicles combined with the data from their superchargers that, again, no other car company has this huge charging network. Remember, Tesla gets data from 1.9 million charging sessions every single day. So these two things combined give Tesla the ability to make route optimizations. AI algorithm that Tesla is also making themselves, by the way, can analyze traffic patterns, weather condition, charging stalls availability, and fleet data as well, showing them if many other Teslas are planning to go to the same route as this Tesla to determine the most efficient route for each vehicle. This is data that no one else has. Electrify America might have data from their charging station, but they don't have data from the fleet of cars. And the other guys might at some point get some real fleet data like Tesla, but they don't have data from 1.9 million charging sessions every day. And the same thing goes for Tesla's factories, as I've made whole videos about before, that Tesla's factories are basically run by AI. And is also why Tesla can make changes to their cars and production on the fly because they have an AI system that is checking if the new idea that the employees comes up with for a car or the production line will make the production faster or the car more cost effective or efficient. If the answer is yes from the AI system, Tesla's employee will just implement the change. They don't need to ask a manager. They only need to ask the AI system. So Tesla also has all this data from their factories and can have their AI that they have created themselves to help them make the production line even more efficient and cost effective. Again, no other car company has their own AI team in-house. And this AI is not only helping Tesla with their factories, it can help Tesla with their operational efficiency as well, helping Tesla make their partnership with their suppliers even better and how to optimize their whole supply chain. In essence, the fleet AI Inference is about harnessing the power of AI and data to improve the efficiency, the safety, the effectiveness of the operation, the fleet, the charging network, the supply chain, the software, and everything in between. This is really an overlooked part for many analysts that are trying to understand Tesla as a company. But if you don't see them as a data and AI company, you really do not understand this part of Tesla's business and why this will keep Tesla out in front of everyone else. But AI is, of course, more than just analyzing data that Tesla is collecting. Tesla's AI team should be, according to Elon, one of the best AI teams in the world. But we did also hear this from the CFO of a successful AI company in Germany after Tesla's first AI day, when she told Connecting the Dot Tesla had won the AI race now. As now the whole world suddenly knew Tesla was an AI company, and all the best AI engineers in the world would want to come to work for Tesla, as they were taking on the most exciting thing in AI, a humanoid robot, and the brain of that humanoid robot. Because as she said, she could do more with 2 exceptional software engineers than she could with 50 great ones. And Tesla's job application for their AI team, 100-fold. Not went up 100%, no, 100-fold. So Tesla should get to pick the best of the best. So I have no doubt that Tesla has one of the world's best AI team. And she thought that meant full self-driving cars was basically solved. As she said, give me Tesla's AI team and I will build you a full self-driving car. And Tesla has now made the version 12 of their full self-driving software, if we can even call that software anymore, as it is 100% AI controlling the car, so a neural network. So they're not programming the car is learning by watching videos. So Tesla has kind of reached the end game here. They have basically solved full self-driving. They have a car that can drive itself basically everywhere on the planet. It still just makes mistakes, and that is what they're working on now, teaching it how to become better and better and better. But the basics are all done. The car can drive itself with its brain and its 8 cameras. And the version 12 system has learned all of this just by watching a human drive. And it will get better with the more videos it sees from human driving. And Tesla has 5 million cars collecting data every single day. And the fleet is growing with about 5,000 units every single day as well. And now Tesla has a Dojo computer that is about to become the 5th most powerful computer in the world. So Tesla now has the compute power to get through all of that data they are collecting, as this version of the Dojo computer is made specifically to train AI systems on videos. No one else has this powerful and purpose-built computer in the world to train AI, and it belongs to the car company Tesla. So Tesla's fleet is growing exponentially. So Tesla's data is growing exponentially, and Tesla's capabilities to handle data is growing exponentially. And all they need to solve full self-driving now is data. So they have already built the AI, the neural network that is driving the car. So how people can still think this will never happen, full self-driving will never be solved, is beyond my understanding. Of course, if we can drive a car with a brain and 2 eyes, an AI system that can react 1,000,000 times faster than we can and has a brain and 8 eyes that never get tired or distracted, of course it will learn to drive and become much better than we are. And the business opportunity here is just hard to wrap your head around. As Elon once said, this will be the biggest value creation in human history when they turn on the robo-taxi fleet in maybe a couple of years. But there's more to Tesla's full self-driving than just the robo-taxis. Also, just the software in the car as a safety feature is going to be an absolutely game changer in the industry, in my opinion. Because when Tesla has solved it, they can turn it on in every single car in their fleet, but without giving the full self-driving functionality to the customers if they don't want to pay for it. But the car will be able to completely supervise you driving, and not the other way around as it is today, where the car in the US with the full self-driving beta version can drive you pretty much anywhere, but you have to supervise the car. So this will make sure it will almost be impossible to crash a Tesla car, as Tesla's software is constantly ready to take over every single microsecond if you make a mistake or don't see the danger coming from behind, from the side. But it does. So if Tesla's cars is suddenly 1,000 times more safe than any other car, why don't any other car company want this software? Maybe even be forced to by regulators, because Tesla's software is saving thousands of lives every single year. And again, Tesla has all the data, so they can sell an insurance to its customers so much cheaper now than anyone else. So most people who get a Tesla in the world in the future would of course get a Tesla insurance, as it would be much cheaper than anything else they can get for a Tesla, because Tesla knows their cars will not crash. And as we know, Tesla is already in talks with a big OEM for them to license Tesla's full self-driving software. So we already know today that this will be something Tesla will earn money on at some point going forward. And even some Wall Street analysts are starting to take this into the calculation, so that's nice to see. And then you of course have the people that will just straight up buy the full self-driving package or subscribe to it, that will also make money for Tesla. So there are just so many business opportunities for Tesla when they solve full self-driving. That is not just robo-taxis, but that will only be part of it. And as Elon also shared on X, that Tesla might be using their fleet of cars to help out AI systems, because with all the computers on wheel, Tesla basically has the biggest computer on the planet that they could utilize and earn money on, even when the car is just sitting and doing nothing. But we still don't know much about this potential of the business and this startup of a company, but just yet another use case of Tesla's cars other than driving. And not many automotive analysts are even taking any of these things into calculation, because Tesla still have to prove they will be able to do it. But this is of course how you miss out on big opportunities, if you are not ready to do the research and try to understand and see into the future and where this will lead. Because in my view, it is only a question of when will Tesla solve full self-driving, not if they will solve it. So if it's going to be next year or 4 years or 8 years, it really doesn't matter if you, like me, are an investor with a horizon of 10, 20, 30 years. Because no matter what, it will be worth not just billions, but probably trillions for Tesla, dwarfing Tesla's normal automotive business. So trying to look into Tesla's future business, and I'm not talking about next year, but looking maybe 5-10 years out in the future, and not taking any of this into calculation, Tesla's data collection combined with the AI Inference and their full self-driving AI is a big mistake in my opinion, because the automotive analysts that are only looking at Tesla's growth in deliveries and gross margins are looking at maybe, 10% of Tesla's future business. This is like looking at Amazon as only a bookstore. And this was just talking about Tesla's data collection and AI Inference and AI full self-driving, and of course a little bit of insurance. I'm not going to put it into a spreadsheet, try to guess what exactly how much this will be worth in 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years, because I really don't care. All I care about is to understand the potential and know that the valuation of what we just talked about is going to be a lot. I don't really care if it's a stupid high amount or an insane high amount. It will be a lot. So I invest and I hold. Very simple. And this is still just half the story about Tesla's AI and its many other businesses inside the company. But just the story and potential of Tesla's AI is not done yet, because here we just talked about AI in terms of AI inference and collecting data, understanding data, and full self-driving. So we still need to talk about AI in general, like licensing AI software, as we will have AIs of things, like we have Internet of Things, and Tesla will probably be a part of that as well, as they are some of the leader in the AI field. As ARK Invest says, Tesla is the biggest play in town when it comes to AI. And we haven't even talked about the true chome part of Tesla's business, the humanoid robot. But that will be in the coming videos in this little series of understanding Tesla's potential outside of the automotive analyst spreadsheet. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on the next videos in this series of understanding Tesla's potential. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.